I've never found a love like this. There it is. I've never found a love like this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I'm just waiting for Lucas to sort himself out, and then he'll be with me. Mitchell is, who knows where he is at present, but hopefully he'll be along later on. West Ham travelled to Romania to play FcSB in a dead rubber, but we're going to have a look at the players who are going to play tonight. I'm surprised that basically the players that are playing are sort of, there's only really two sort of under 23s in there. I would have thought there would have been more, but that is the team for tonight. Obviously, Areola in goal, I don't agree with it at all. I think it's dangerous to have a goalkeeper in there. If he gets caught, then we've got no goalkeeper for the Premier League games. Cafal, Aguerd, Abona, Johnson, Scales, know little about. Lanzini, Coventry, Downs, Fornells, and Mbamba. Let's get that right, Mbamba. I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight. Will Mbamba score a goal tonight? That's the main thing. I'm going to have a look at the bench and have a look to see who is in my thing can start working. Right, we will see what's going on with the bench tonight. But I must admit, West Ham's fan base is unreal, right? And we do have the best fans on the planet. I can guarantee you that. But for me, when I look at our bench, we have got Randolph. We've got another geezer, I can't even fancy his name. Ashby's on the bench. Sawyers, Forson. Forson's a good player. Mini Kante, I used to call him. Freddie Potts, Forbes, Casey, Clayton, and Offord. So, looks all right. I agree with what Steve's saying here. Yeah, would have thought Randolph would have started. So would I, mate. So would I. I think it was an absolute no-brainer that he should be starting tonight. Why he isn't starting tonight, I don't know. But it is what it is. I don't agree with the Areola one, but it's Moyes. He has done some things right, though, and he has rested half or vast majority of the squad. So who is it tonight that you're looking to sort of get good vibes on tonight? Now, for me, Fornells has to have a good game for me, but let's bring this man in. Lucas, talk to me, man.
Oi, how are we?
If you are there. How are you, mate? Talk to me about, I can hear you loud and clear. Talk to me about tonight's game. What you saying?
I'm excited, personally, to see all the youngsters get a crack or even just get on the bench to experience some European football. But I'm very, very excited to see Ollie Scarles play because I've heard some very good things about him from people I know. And, yeah, I'm just excited to see him.
Have you seen him live or not?
No, I haven't seen him live, but I know a friend whose family member has coached him before, and he says that he is incredible on the ball for his age. And right. I'm really hoping to see what he brings to the side today. And, of course, excited to see Mubama and see if he can get on the score sheet again after scoring for us in preseason, even though it was actually, it wasn't a shit goal. The way it happened was a bit, chaotic, but a cheeky little back heel goal in preseason.
Yeah.
I want to see if he can get on the score sheet again.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. I see a bit of that Mbamba in the sort of pre-season. I see him at Ipswich. I thought he was all right. There was another game, I think, in Switzerland, I think also. It was actually he played well in that one against Savetti, I think it was. Someone tell me in the chat if I'm right or wrong there. But I will say this. I'm surprised that we've only gone with 2 under 23s. Another surprise for me, and this is a major surprise for me, is Flynn Downs there also. That says to me Flynn Downs ain't playing Sunday, in my opinion. What do you reckon?
Well, I mean, Flynn Downs played 2 European matches and then played consecutive Sundays after. So it could mean something, it could not. I'm not really sure where Paqueta is right now. I mean, I think I know Paqueta's healthy and training, but I just have a weird feeling in the back of my mind that I don't know. With the World Cup coming up soon, could he be holding out just a little bit with 2-3 matches to go? I'm not sure. I don't think he will, but right now signs do point towards Paqueta probably playing on Sunday, which
Tell you what,
I'm not
we need him.
I'm not upset about, but I am a bit gutted for Downs because I think Downs, ever since coming in, has played pretty well, and it's just unfortunate that Moyes played him in a flat 3 when he's not really a central midfielder. He's more of a holding midfielder, and
I don't think you're getting the best of Downs, if I'm honest. If you want me to be truthfully honest, Flynn Downs is as always has been, a attacking sort of not attacking midfielder. He's been more of a defensive midfielder, central midfielder. We're playing him as an advancing, basically number 10, which just doesn't make no sense to me. Really don't. But we will see about that. What are you predicting tonight?
I'm not sure because I think Bucharest is playing a pretty strong side just to send their fans off on a good note, even though they struggled in the group stage. But they're going to want to send them off on a good note, make them proud. We're playing a pretty decent starting 11 with 2 youngsters, and then if you want to throw Coventry in there as a youngster, you could, but he's more fringe. I don't think tonight's going to be boring. I think we could see some goals tonight. Yeah. I'm going to go 3-2. I think we're going to go up early, and then I think we make some changes at halftime, like a bunch of changes. Hopefully we see Keenan Apaya Forson. I really like him. I want to see some
Forson's
more of him.
A good player, mate.
And then and then when we make those changes at halftime, I think they will come back a little bit and score. And then maybe we get a third, and then they score another. So I'm gonna go 3-2.
Ooh, I think West Ham defensively are very good tonight. I'll be honest with you. I think defensively against the team that we're playing against, we should be no problems tonight. Attack-wise, Mbamba, or however you pronounce his name, I think he's either going to be very good tonight or he's going to be awful. One of the two. So it all depends which one turns up. If he's very good, I think he scores tonight. And I think Lanzini's got to have a good game tonight, and Fornells, a pair of them, if I'm being truthfully honest. I think both of them are, I ain't going to say wasting away, but they've fallen off a bit of an edge of a cliff.
I would like to see them have good games, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't really think it's a big deal, in my opinion. Because I wouldn't say it's a throwaway game, but really, I mean, I just hope they play hard enough for the academy, show them, set an example, and then hopefully if some of them come in while they're still on the pitch, they play hard enough and try and set them up for success, because I really am excited to see some of these guys tonight.
Yeah, so am I, mate. So am I. I'm going to go for... I think West Ham will get this done 2-0. I said 3-1 the other day, but I think looking at that lineup, I don't think we can see tonight. I'll be quite shocked if we can see tonight, especially with Aguerd at the back. For me, I just think this is a 2-0 job all over. Who scores the goals? I don't know. But I do think it's a 2-0. It's a 2-0 win for us all day long, once I can get this stream up.
I just sent you the one that I'm looking at. It's very good. Very good. And it's BT Sport if you fancy that.
That's all right, mate. I'm on CBS. That's what I'm on. I'm on Your Home Nation. Lucas, talk to me about your time over here so far. You've been to Manchester. What was Manchester like the other week?
Manchester was nice. Really nice city. Old Trafford was good. I think I gave Old Trafford a 6.5. out of 10 on the ground scale.
Yeah.
The ground itself, absolutely massive. It's humongous, and it's very, very good structure. It's a proper ground. Atmosphere was okay. It was a lot better than Anfield. Again, a lot of sitting down. Don't rate that. But yeah, and it was a good city. Lots of things to do. Not torn down or run down. So 6.5 out of 10 on the ground scale for me. So far we have 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10 for Old Trafford. We have a 3 out of 10 for Anfield. A 5 out of 10 for Southampton, and Brighton. I really loved Brighton away. I'd have to give Brighton a 7. Great away day that was.
Blimey. That's fair enough, mate. Right, the boys are coming out. Boys are coming out at the minute. Gone all blurry, James. I don't know what's going on with our internet. Let me know if it changes. It should do. My internet has been up and down like Tower Bridge, but let me know. The boys are out. I must admit, that ground looks massive.
Gargantuan.
It looks too big for them, let's put it like that. The referees are there. Quickly, before the game starts, Lucas, what do you make of Sunday's performance quickly? Because I weren't best pleased with it myself. I thought it was good last 10 minutes, but other than that, I thought we was bang average again.
I don't know. I thought in terms of the whole season, I thought that was probably one of the better games we've played as a whole, but still not really good enough. I told Mitch and Alfie that I think that was as close to a 7 out of 10 performance as we've played all year, but still not good enough. Yeah, it's just disappointing with West Ham because it always seems like we never take our chances, and 2, we always seem to beat ourselves more than the opponent beating us. Like Rashford's goal, it wasn't bad, but I mean, like, that could have totally been prevented. And Kerr, Fabianski, and whoever didn't close down on Eriksson. I mean, not really the best job there. But besides that, I mean, United didn't really impress me. And then, of course, the last 20 minutes we turn up, get some shots on goal. De Gea, of course, makes 2 worldy saves, and that's just how it goes for West Ham at the moment. I think we deserved a 1-1, but that's just me.
I think for the last 10 minutes of the game, I think we deserved 1-1, but not for the other 80 minutes. I thought Man United just sat back in the last 15 minutes and went, you know what, we're going to hit these on the break. We just sit back and wait.
Still on the counterattack, don't really counterattack with any purpose. We don't. We counterattack with like 3-4 people at most. We need a 5th.
Yeah,
I know. If we add one more, we could get slaughtered back on the counter. But I mean, when we just seem to not counterattack with purpose, in my opinion. And just watching the way, I know everyone's going to hate hearing it, but like the way Leeds were counterattacking Liverpool, they counterattack in a fleet. They don't counterattack with 3 people. 3-4 people.
I've got to say this quickly, though, right? I've got to say this. I'm just looking at the team shape tonight. West Ham have gone 4-4-2, and Pablo Fornals is playing as a second striker to Mbamba. Do you know what I mean? So Pablo Fornals could be our new centre forward now. Do you know what I'm saying? He's playing up front.
It could be a 4-4-1-1. I don't really know what Scarl's like actual position is. I think he's more of a
central midfielder,
attacking midfielder. But
yeah, they've got him as a central midfielder here. I must admit, I'm looking at the fans now before on my screen. I've got just having a look at Lanzini. I've got to give the fans big respect, mate. All them fans, all them West Ham fans going all the way over there tonight. Fucking hell, mate. I say it enough. I will keep banging this drum. West Ham do have the best fans, but the game has kicked off and FcSB are on the ball. what do you make of the fans over there, Lucas? Because they've sold out their allocation, was there?
Yeah, it looks like a good time right now. I've seen some pictures, some videos. Someone even went missing, but got turned up and found, thankfully. And yeah, the festivities look good over there.
I must admit, West Ham won a free kick on the right-hand side near the byline. Challenge on Flynn Downs. So Flynn is already in amongst it after about 25 seconds, which we all love to see. Evening, let's get them likes in for James if you ain't already. Yeah, please do hit the like button. It goes a long way. Do you know what I mean? Free kick. Manuel Lanzini. The only thing I fear tonight is the lack of threat, mate. That's like the lack of like strikers threat. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones. Like Steve said, your camera is has gone blurry. Oh, let me just do that. Hopefully that's better. I don't know what's going on with my internet, mate, recently, but please do hang about. That's all I'll say. Free kick coming into the box. Ball comes in, headed away. FcSB have got it away. What time are you on, Lucas?
I'm probably about 10 seconds ahead of you, so I'm trying not to spoil anything.
That's all right. That's all right. You can speak, mate. It's perfectly fine. Big old pitch that is on there, isn't it, though, Lucas? You've got to be honest.
The ground looks humongous.
Yeah. That must be Romania's actual national stadium. It has to be. I've never seen a ground that good. Ben Johnson plays a ball back to Areola, which is absolutely shocking, mate. Honestly, ball goes out for a corner. What do you make of Areola in goal tonight, Lucas? Steve said it earlier on, and Paul said it earlier on. Why is Areola in this team tonight? It makes no sense to me why Areola's in this team tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. Just, I guess, get some minutes because he hasn't really played that much realistically. But, I mean, I don't know. Tonight, I would have liked to see just all the academy players personally. Maybe Barr, Aguerd, Coventry, maybe Johnson. Oh, my fucking gosh. Jesus. You're not gonna like what you just see right now.
That is shocking, mate. Shocking play. West Ham can't defend. And what makes it worse is that you've got players there who are basically first teamers. Do you know what I mean? That's our first team defence near enough. So
yes,
it's just poor, mate. Just poor. It's West Ham all over, isn't it? That's what it is at the minute. Just West Ham all over. But 3 minutes, 25 seconds in. Pablo Fornell's on the ball.
Playing wing backs.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? Flynn Downs. Oh, mate. The youngster, mate. The youngster's there. Come here. Chance. Oh, it's cleared. Yeah, it's cleared. West Ham look like they've woken up now at last. Do you know what I'm saying? Listen to myself. I've got gunshots going off in East London at the minute, so just let everyone know. It's like fireworks, not gunshots.
I don't get the fireworks over here.
Oh, Guy Fawkes, isn't it? The old Guy Fawkes. Remember the 5th of November, isn't it? So when he tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament. So yeah.
Whatever that means.
You can't beat a nice it can't be a nice firework display. You've cleared up now the cam-wise, James. Thank you very much, Miss Hammery. I think I know what the problem is. What it is, my TV is there. Yeah, literally there. And I saw when I'm watching the games, I think it's interacting. I've just turned the TV off and it seems like it's fine. So that's good. 4 hours on the ball. Downs. Scales looks like a young, very, very young Declan Rice, the way he sort of carries himself, though. What's the minute? It's quite decent.
I've been told. Let me pull up his name real quick.
He can't. I'll tell you what. West Ham need to sort themselves out here because they're They look good on the eye. But just not good enough at the minute. I'm not happy with West Ham's form.
I've been told a player on the bench by the name of Orford is very Declan Rice-esque. I've been told.
West Ham seem to make these players like these sort of like Declan Rice clones. I don't know where they come from. Like West Ham seem to make them. Like I'm not saying Connor Coventry's like boys. Declan Rice, but
good.
It's one of them ones.
Oh, it's beautiful.
What minute are you on, Lucas?
5:50.
Yeah, you're on the same time as me. Literally bang on the same time as me. Basically, offside. 5 minutes 50, yeah?
Not a lot going on so far. Got one chance.
It's been a pretty flat game. Sounds like the draw, the short straw, trip to Romania, yeah. I had to eat my words as, honestly, I don't think Moyes would start any young'uns. Time for them to show their skill set. I hope you're right. I really do. It's like a 4-3-3 system. It is like Downs and Fornells are supporting the striker, Mbamba. I will get his name right tonight. I will say that. Good header out. Downs on the ball. Mbamba. Oh, that's a nice half turn. I've got to be honest. Looks a strong old lad, doesn't he? Lucas.
For his age, yeah.
Yeah, he's if I've got this right, I think he either come from Manchester United or Man City. It's one of them two clubs he come from.
Manchester City.
I think it was Manchester City. West Ham's obviously looked at him, and could he be the next big thing at West Ham? Naif Aguerd at the back. I'm not happy that he's playing tonight, Lucas. Even though I know he needs the minutes, I think this is just a game where he could have done without this one, I think, travelling and getting on a plane and all that. I would have just left him for the Blackburn game and just eased him in. But Moyes has played him tonight, so...
Yeah, he needs some minutes. And he already said that he probably wasn't going to play in a Premier League match until after the World Cup break.
Do you think Naif Aguerd plays before the World Cup for West Ham in a competitive game, like Premier League game? I don't think he does, mate, if I'm honest.
It'd be tough.
Fornells down the line, but the ball goes out. Throwing to FcSB, left-hand side. They are attacking towards our away fans, I think it is. So, yeah. Moyes is on the sidelines. Looks like he's got a nice tan, Moyes. I don't know what's going on there.
For Scott, I guess that's a nice tan.
Yeah. This is a sort of game. This game reminds me of like a pre-season friendly. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah. Oh,
like you're watching these.
Good job.
Good play in and around the midfield area. And Bamba, nice one touch.
Yes.
West Ham do play the ball well, I must admit. Like when they're on it, the one touch stuff is very good. Like West Ham are playing one touch football all around sort of the midfield area.
Only if Souček could pick up on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. We are coming up to the 10th minute. Not far away from the 10th minute. It's 8 minutes 50. West Ham are just prodding along, really.
Oh.
I didn't like West Ham's price tonight at 4-7, but Pablo Fornells is running in. Fornells has a shot out for a corner.
Decent build up.
It's a bit like us at the minute. Decent build up, and then we let you down at the last. That's the corner for West Ham. FcSB. Do you know what? When they was Steaua Bucharest, they were a very, very good European side, you know. They was in the Champions League. I actually think they even won the European competition and all. And the Steaua fans are bouncing up and down behind the goal West Ham's attacking. The Ultras. Corner coming in from Pablo. Nice whipped in corner. Oh, Naif Aguerd, mate, is inches away from scoring, mate. Good ball from Pablo Fornells, though. Really is. I am surprised with Pablo how much the drop-off has been with him, though, Lucas. I won't lie to you. Because I thought he was Moyes' favourite son at one stage. And now he can't even get in the team. He's playing dead rubbers and things. So
I think playing left wing is starting to catch up to him.
Yeah.
Just,
I agree.
I mean, again, you can only really play a player in his wrong position for so long.
Good play there from Finn Downs.
That is a lovely touch from Downs.
Mbamba because couldn't hold the ball there. Do you know what I mean? I think he looks a good player, that Mbamba, but I will say one thing. I think he needs to go out on loan. Yeah, he needs to go out on loan to a club, like even in the National League, just to bang in like 20 goals. And I think he looked very, very good. Ball from FcSB. FcSB have done not a lot in this sort of 10 minutes, I'll be honest with you.
It looks very sloppy.
Yeah. They have just got a new manager, though, or they're going to get a new manager. It's one of the two. Ball's come in. What is Angelo Bonner doing there? Well, where's the communication? He's got away with it. Poor play there from West Ham.
I do like their one player. Their number 10 is actually very decent.
And they misplace a pass, goes out for a throw on the left-hand side, just outside our box. So Ben Johnson is playing left-back tonight, which is faults on future for Moyes, by the way. We lose against Palace and Leicester. I reckon it'll be catching up. Catch you later. Maybe a question for half-time. For me, Palace game's massive. As FcSB have a shot from outside the box. Say that, mate. Just make it tongue-tied.
Just call them Bucharest.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to call them. Or Stow. What do you reckon on that, Lucas, and that comment? Palace, Leicester, Moyes, if you don't pick up points against them, is it good night from him?
Oh.
I think the Palace game's massive, mate. I'll be honest with you.
Just all depends on the table for me. I feel like if the table is moving vastly in the opposite direction of us, it's hard to defend it. But I mean, say if we did lose 2 in a row and we're still in the same exact place, nothing's really happened in the table. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, it's very 50-50 right now for me because I mean, there are obvious things with Moyes that are annoying and should be fixed. And when we lose, it is hard to defend him sometimes, but I still think at least till the World Cup break, and then probably what day do we get back? Boxing Day.
FcSB attacking down the left.
Arsenal.
FcSB attacking down the left-hand side, free kick and good tackle from Lanzini, but referee deems it a foul. Carry on, Lucas. I know. Listen, I agree. The Boxing Day game, it's a tough game to come back to. Let's be honest. Like we're coming back to the team that probably will be top of the league by then. For me, if he don't beat Palace on Sunday, he's under pressure for me, big time. Because someone said it the other day, he spent 163 million, and even I said it, right? And we look worse. We look worse in the Premier League, which we shouldn't be looking worse against. And then when I look at the teams that are above us, some of them are like, we should be blowing these teams out the water. Fulham, Brighton even. Like, Brighton have changed their manager and they're above us. And I think, well, what's going on there? And they still look good, Brighton. You take Potter out, you replace him with another manager, and they still look a decent side. And I just think West Ham need to give a team a good beating, right, and win well. And I think if Sunday they don't do that against Palace, I wouldn't like to be there on Saturday for Leicester.
If things didn't go our way towards the World Cup break, I think my deadline for Moyes would probably be the next international break. Would probably make the most sense. I think the next international break's in late February.
I don't think we can wait that long, though, mate, if I'm honest. Because what it is, I'll tell you the way I look at it is, FcSB got the ball outside of their own half, playing it forward, and now it's just been tidied up by Naif Aguerd. For me, when I look at it like this, I look at West Ham and I think, have West Ham improved from last year? Now, the answer to that is no. Not in the Premier League, they haven't. I think they've got worse. And I don't think we can sort of hold our horses and go, oh, you know what, we'll wait. People will say about the conference, and people think West Ham can go and win the conference. Good play there from West Ham. But for me, if we play the way we're playing the Premier League in the conference, then we're going to get splattered, mate. It's simple as that. We're going to get beat. So there will be a team that could turn us over in the conference if we keep playing the way we're playing. In the Premier League, on the other hand, though, I am a bit concerned if we don't pick up at least. Right, I'll be realistic. If we pick up 4 points at the next two, right, I can accept it to a point. Anything less than that, I'm not happy, mate. I'm not, because West Ham should be doing a lot better. And this should have been really a breakout season. Free kick.
Yeah, it should be, but just like two of our most important players.
Yeah.
One came in late. The other didn't start playing getting integrated until 4 matches ago. I still think there needs to be time to give Moyes, especially after the World Cup, to further analyze some of his players, like Paqueta. Yeah. Like, for example, we could watch the World Cup. He sees Paqueta is better as an 8. He stops playing him as a 10. Maybe that takes Souček out the side, puts Downs in. Or you could put Fornals in at the 10 with Benrahma out wide. There's just a lot of things that could happen over the World Cup break that Moyes may see.
As we get back to the match, West Ham are just passing the ball around this team, and it's very. Well, we will bring you chances when there is any. Do you know what I'm saying? For me, I am worried because you've got the World Cup, then you've got the FA Cup, you've got the Premier League, you've also got the League Cup in there, which is backdated. After the new year, and then you've also got the conference. So if West Ham are playing like this now, I do fear when we come back from the World Cup, and let's hope, God forbid, we ain't got no injuries. So if we've got any injuries when we out of the World Cup, then for me, it ain't good.
Oh no, but I think
that's a great ball from Fornals, but goalkeeper gets there.
I think things could turn around easy. I mean, it's just. To me, it's just the beginning of the season rust, in my opinion. And again, you mix that in.
That's long rust, though, Lucas, let's be honest.
But again, 2 of our most important players just started playing and just got integrated in. You can't
I don't think it's the new players that I'm more concerned about. It's the existing players playing bad for me. Like,
they need to get acclimated to them. They need to get acclimated to our good players, which again, they're not used to playing with. I won't say Gianluca's world class. I think he definitely can be, but Paqueta is very, very, very close to being a world class player. Declan Rice obviously there, and you just can't. It takes multiple. It takes more than 2 or 3 of players like Scamacca, Rice, and Paqueta for everyone to kind of start molding into the same behaviors or tendencies as them. So, in my opinion, I think that's in the process right now. And I think once we get to the World Cup break, depending on how things are going, I do think we could turn things around. Because, I mean, for fuck's sake, Liverpool are sitting, 9th right now? We all know they're going to finish top 6. So, I mean, if Liverpool can turn around with all the injuries they have and how poorly Mo Salah's been playing, I think we could do the same. And, I mean, let's be honest. Bournemouth, Fulham. I mean, who else is in there as well? They're not going to finish.
Newcastle are the team that I look at. But I just want to get to this comment here from Steve. He said, do you think this will be a similar lineup to the Blackburn game? I would say similar, Steve. I think Nayef Aguerd plays in that game. I really do. I think Benrahma will play in that game. Bowen will play in that game. And maybe Cresswell might even play in that game, or Emerson. I'm surprised Emerson's not in this team tonight. I will say that. Like, I would have thought Emerson would have played a game because he's sitting on the bench, but he's been left back. Unless he's suspended. Yeah, Cathal, Souček, Bowen, Lanzini, Fornals are well off the pace at the minute. I agree with Steve on that comment, 100%. I think the main person at the minute, as Nayef Aguerd goes in for a tackle and wins the foul, who I must admit, I do love Nayef Aguerd. I think I see. Oh, it's an offside. Great header though from McGuire. I will say one thing. I do think Bowen is a major difference this year to last year. I think last year he carried West Ham, but this year he's not the same player for me, is he, Lucas?
Right now, no, but I still think if once
I think he will come
everyone
good.
gets healthy,
Yeah.
gets healthy and fit, and Kerr is established as our right back, I think Bowen will break out a little bit. But I think he's just been so held back with Sufal and
good play. West Ham attacking down the left hand side. Johnson into the
touch.
box. Oh, Flynn Downs. And he's just give the ball away there, Flynn, to the far.
That was a
FcSB.
very good touch from Johnson right there.
Johnson played well there. I would like to see that more in the Premier League when he's playing. Carry on, Lucas. You were saying.
I can't even remember what I was saying now.
You're saying about players getting back fit, Bowen.
Oh, yeah. I think once the squad's back to full fitness and Kerr locks himself down as our right back, I think Bowen will start to spread the wings a bit more because, I mean, don't get me wrong, last year he was very in form, even with Sufal and Johnson playing right back, but it's starting to show that, like, Jared Bowen can only do so much when the only types of passes he's receiving is just, like, prayerless, like, over-the-top balls, and he needs the ball to speed.
Remember! Great effort.
Oh,
a ball's just coming.
Oh, my goodness.
Bamba could have scored. Oh, my God, he's fuming. He's absolutely fuming. 21 minutes, 55 seconds. Ball was coming across. I'm not sure who that was who put that in there. I think it was I think it was Scales who put it, Scales, or what his name is? Scales, yeah. And Bamba.
What a ball.
Great ball. And Bamba should be scoring that. Should be scoring that. Like, ball comes across and he's literally 7-8 yards out. Good save from the goalkeeper. But yeah, I'm with you, Lucas. I do think things will turn, but will they turn before the break? That's the question. I've got to get this question up from Usual Suspect. He says, as football kits go, the new one of West Ham is absolute rascal. I don't understand the orange. I really don't. Right? West Ham have never had orange in their kit in their lives.
I know what it's for, but the execution was just so bad.
What's it for then?
Basically, the third kit, the orange is supposed to represent like the fire and the flares that come off iron when you're welding.
Someone needs to get a new graphic designer.
But it just looks more like a spilt spag bowl on your shirt.
It looks, it looks like a Dutch kit that's gone wrong. That's what it looks like for me. It just don't look right. And Bambo chasing the goalkeeper down.
And you know what? It'd be a little bit better if the graphic on the front wrapped around to the back. But the fact that it's just on the front and it cuts off is just
foul. Flynn Downs. What do you make of Flynn so far at West Ham, Lucas? Because I'm not being funny. I'll be honest. I think he's one of the bright sparks of this season for players-wise. A lot of people think he's bang average. I don't think he's bang average. I think this kid can play anywhere other than number 10. I think you play me alongside Declan Rice. I think you get a quality too. I think he's a very, very good player at West Ham. And I think someone said it the other day. I was watching the game the other day. They said a year ago he was on Swansea's bench, just been signed from Ipswich Town. In a year, he managed to get off their bench, get in their first team, tear it up for Ipswich, do major numbers for Swansea, and then go from Swansea to West Ham, and now he's playing West Ham's first team, which is amazing, really. Yeah,
it's really good, and I still think our strongest 11 involves Downs next to Rice. I almost said Souček, for God's sake, but I don't know. I think even Downs on Sunday wasn't that bad. People were saying Souček played better than Downs. I didn't see that at all, personally, from where I was sitting. But
not for me.
I don't know. Downs he does everything. I think he does everything you want in today's game that you want a holding midfielder to do.
I think he gets better, Downs. I don't think Souček can get any better. That's the problem.
And
And
he
Bamba
just
chasing the ball then.
he's good technically. He can pass.
Mm.
He's a decent dribbler and a decent dribbler in the sense that he can get away. He can like get away from
Yeah.
chaos into open space. He can find the open space in the midst of people collapsing on him. He can get to that open space and then give the ball up, which that's just a sign of a smart player, and which he is. He's a very smart player, good technically, and I mean, what more do you want from a holding midfielder? And he's a
Yeah, I
decent,
agree,
and
mate.
he's a pretty decent defender, and I think he can only get better. Oh,
West Ham have just won a corner. That young lad that you keep mentioning, I ain't going to butcher his name again. Is it Scales? What his name is?
Scarls,
Scarls.
Scarls.
Right. We will
Ollie.
get there. Yeah. He looks quite impressive, mate. I must admit, he looks quite decent. And Bamba should have had the goal though, but corner comes in. Oh, Gued misses it again. Oh, Naya for Gued, bruv. The ball is perfect from Fornals. I must admit, I'll give Fornals his due tonight. He's put some good corners in, but the lads are just not getting. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be honest, he has. The colour on the shorts, it's okay. It's just a bit of a shirt. It gets worse every time you see it. I miss the black shirt. The season when West Ham had that amazing season through COVID, West Ham wore that black shirt. I don't know why they got rid of it.
Was absolutely phenomenal. It's hard to find nowadays as well. It's very, very hard to find.
I remember there was a sale on in I think it was M&M Direct or Sports Direct or something. They was giving away them shirts for literally peanuts, really. I think it was like 30 quid. And the amount of people that went out and just flooded the market and get them. It's a kit that you would see in the Spanish division.
You can't go wrong with black. I mean, I really like our away kit this season. I like the tiny little sleeve detail.
Would you wear it on a night out, Lucas? Would you go out on a night out? Like the black kit, I'll be honest with you, if you went out, for say you were out for a couple of beers or something, right, I could have quite easily wear that black kit. The black shirt.
If
you was in the casual
night out, if I'm going out with the lads, just having some pints at the pub, absolutely. But if I'm going to like the club or something a bit more,
festive, clears up.
Probably not.
Good defensive play there from Naya for Gued. I'll be honest with you, I agree, mate. I agree. There's no way I would even purchase.
The home kit's not terrible, but the execution just not as good. You can literally go buy the Bukta 92, 93 retro kit in the store for £30.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I won't purchase this kit. Do you know what I mean? Even if someone give me this kit, I'd like donate it, I think. But FcSB down the left hand side, good covering, defending play there from Flynn Downs again, mate. He's in again. He wins the tackle and he's got the ball.
Brilliant.
And absolute superb from Flynn Downs there. I tell you, absolute superb. Not only did he get back, he tackled the man. He tackled the man again, and the referee hasn't even given a foul there. Unreal. Flynn Downs in again. Great tackle. I've got to be honest. Anyone who doubts Flynn Downs, for me, needs to seriously look at themselves, if I'm being honest.
And there we go, a few black and gold kits.
Yeah, 100%. And the Railway Tavern is up the road. That's in Norfolk, I think it is, or Suffolk. That on there on the screen you just see is not far from my missus' house. So one day I might actually go down there to the Railway Tavern, call in there and see him. But FcSB player is down.
Very questionable spot for the ice pack there.
Yeah. 29 minutes coming up to 20 seconds. So we're nearly on the half-hour mark as the FcSB fans are bouncing up and down, chanting. So, yeah.
Yeah, no one so far for me has really been that bad. It's just the game is a bit slow right now. It's a meaningless game to a point. As in player performance, basically as in player performance, for me, I think Flynn's been very good. I've got to be honest, Fornals, giving him some praise tonight. I think the balls he's been putting into the box from corners and things like that, I think he's been pretty decent. But
West Ham should be getting on these corners because the balls that are coming in are very good.
Actually, to be fair, I think our midfield has looked pretty solid. I think Coventry's been tidy. Flynn Downs is just doing what he does best. And then Lanzini, again, a bit quiet, but I mean, it's I don't know. This is just what I want to see. I want to see one touch passing. I want us to move it a bit forward, and
I want to see West Ham be confident on the ball. Like I do like the one touch stuff, but not enough man go and take people on and try and make something happen. It's like they're trying to sometimes. Well, the way I look at it is West Ham try and pass the ball into the net as good as they try and pass it around, overdo it, and then give it away when they should keep it simple and just like have a bit more sort of attack minded, really. But
I want to see some more shots from outside the box if we have the chance, because we have players that can bang them.
I think the system tonight is a 3-4-3 system. If I'm being honest, it ain't a 4-4-2. I'm looking at Aguerd, Bonner, and it looks like Cafal is sort of like slotting as like a wing back, really. But I might be wrong there. Cafal just tried to break the ball up there.
It's a bit of a weird formation.
It is a weird system.
It looks to me, it looks like a 3-4-3 with
ref.
Downs,
don't be silly. Referee has just booked,
pressing into the right wing spot, which is a bit weird.
The referee has just booked Naif Aguerd for one of the worst decisions I've ever seen in my life. Well, let's have a look at the replay. The replay's coming in now. Aguerd's muscling with him. No, that's not a free kick. Come on now. Come on, being silly, ref. Terrible decision. Aguerd gets his arm across. Fair enough, it catches him on the face, but he don't do nothing there. He doesn't do nothing there. And David Moyes has got his head in his hands. Like, I don't understand why Moyes has got his head in his hands. Like, it's not really a foul, in my opinion. No, if Aguerd's just stronger than him. He gives away as his first yellow card in the West Ham shirt. Aguerd don't look happy, mate. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Absolute terrible decision from the referee. FcSB, free kick. Ball coming into the box. Cleared.
Easy.
They're down the right-hand side. They play the ball inside. Yet again, Aguerd is there. And West Ham are breaking away. It is Pablo Fornals.
Keep going, Mbamba.
But he holds the ball too long and doesn't release it. And the referee doesn't even give a foul. Like, it's a foul on Fornals. The ref don't give it. This referee is diabolical, mate. Absolute diabolical decisions at the minute. And the game is heating up now after 33 minutes. 33 minutes in. The game is heating up.
We need a good slide tackle to liven things up a little bit.
I don't understand that though. Why does it take so long? Ben Johnson is running towards David Moyes, but looks of it. Ball goes out for a throw-in. West Ham United. Who takes the penalty if we get one? Lanzini would be my guess. Yeah, it's Lanzini, mate. Lanzini, I think it is. I was quite shocked the other day when Lanzini took the penalty. Who did we play against? Silkeborg. I would have thought it would have been a Ben Rama penalty, just to keep the confidence up. But I think Ben Rama now is the penalty taker in the Premier League. West Ham have seemed to livened up now. Like, the game was going to a lull, and me and Lucas was rambling on about certain players, but the game seems to have livened up now. Connor Coventry, your boy there, Lucas. How do you think he's doing tonight?
The game is a piss take for him. It makes it look easy, in my opinion. I really do rate the guy. It's just a shame that our midfield options are so stacked, and really the only way he's gonna get playing time is
ball comes in the box. Flynn Downs, great save. Flynn Downs.
Oh my goodness, what a save!
What a save, mate, from the goalkeeper. And Flynn Downs applauds the ball in. I'm not too sure who put the ball in there. I think it's is that Lanzini? Is it? I'm not too sure. No, it's Pablo Fornals again with a great delivery. Fornals puts the ball in. Flynn's got to put that in. This goalkeeper's on fine form tonight, people. He's on fine form. Good save. Flynn Downs could have got his first goal for West Ham United, and
that's always a tough one right there, because you don't know whether to go down with your head and put it in the bottom corner or just try and get a foot on it.
The score is currently FcSB 0. West Ham United now. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Connor Coventry puts the ball
Good
in.
ball.
West Ham have livened up now, right? Because it was getting a bit boring.
I think
but,
our passing tonight has been very good. Just
yeah, our end product yet again.
Clinical.
I will say one thing: our end product is iffy, to say the least, which is a worry.
Great job. Oh,
Epic says Mitchell probably wants to sell Flynn down already. Nah, mate, trust me. Epic, I don't think he's that bad. Not yet, anyway, mate. Now I've just seen the Flynn Downs shot. I'm like 2 minutes behind. That's all right, mate. Ooh, FcSB played the ball out from the back. West Ham pressing. That's the only thing with us that we're lacking at the minute. I think defensively we can play an okay game. I will say that. But end product for West Ham is...
I think another big reason we struggled this season too is I don't think have we scored a set piece goal this season yet?
I'd like to remember it if we have.
Oh, great tackle.
Good tackle. Corner. FcSB.
That's from
Say that when you've had one too many gins. Don't we? Skulls. Corner. FcSB. Play it short. They're just outside their box. Oh. Pablo Fornells has done well tonight. I'll give him his due. I will be honest.
I would hope.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Fazal says Ben Rama scored the free kick. Who was that against?
Yeah.
That was in the conference. That wasn't in the Prem. I don't remember him scoring. I don't think he scored in the Premiership.
By set pieces, I'm talking
corners,
headed goals from corners or free kicks. I don't think we've scored one.
No, not from what I remember this year. I'll be honest with you, this year I just think we've been poor. Like, I think in the league, I think we've got away with it so many times this year. It's unreal. Like, fair enough, there's been games that we've been very, very unlucky, and I think the Chelsea game comes to mind, but we shouldn't have been chasing it.
I think a lot of the reason we haven't scored from any set pieces or corners because our corners have been absolutely dreadful, and huge problem to that, in my opinion, is Aaron Cresswell. But again,
Flynn Downs running.
West Ham
are attacking. Good ball to the side. Kafal, one touch. Flynn Downs beats his man. Oh, good recovery tackle from
That's a great tackle. That's great.
That was a great tackle from there. I've got to be honest, defensively, their goalkeeper's been man of the match, and their centre half's done bits tonight so far. Our dead ball delivery is shocking this season. I agree, Steve. I really do, mate. I can't stress enough how bad it's been.
It's really weird because
Premier League only.
Cresswell hasn't been that bad defensively, but again, for me, Aaron Cresswell, like the biggest part of his game is his set piece ability, in my opinion. Like when I think of Aaron Cresswell, the first thing I don't think of is good, reliable defending left back. When I think of Aaron Cresswell, I think of a great set piece taker and a decent defender.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%, mate. If I look at Cresswell, if you take his free kicks away or his set pieces away, any crossing ability away from him, I think he's a bang average player himself. I like Cress. I've gotten over last season, like the 2 send-ins off, but I look at him and I think we need someone who's going to express himself more than that, like defensively and going forward.
And that's why, for me, Emerson is my guy. Just because he offers us
great ball from deep. Pablo Fornells scores, goal. He is the man. Juan Pablo with the salute like that, and I'll tell you what, I need to know who put that ball in. I need to know who put that ball in from deep because I'm not sure if that's a Guerd or not. That's a Guerd. That's a fantastic ball. Everyone is like bouncing in the ceilings. Pablo Fornells makes it 1-0 to the mighty lads. Do you know what I'm saying?
Very good. Very good. Very good shot. This is Ben Johnson. Great ball.
Ben Johnson. Great ball from Ben from deep. Plays it literally on the left-hand side centre of the park. Pablo Fornals. The ball comes down. Great effort. Goal. Absolute superb.
And Ben Johnson, very, very good ball. See, that is why I'm so hard on Ben Johnson because, and notice, back three, third center half, he plays a beauty of a ball like that. I say it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, mate. He frustrates me, Ben, because one day he's very, very good. Another day he's very, very bad. And there's no in between. Ball comes in from Scales. Oh, who's that? Ah, it's come out. It's cleared. Ben Johnson picks up the recovery ball, plays it back to Naya for Guerd, and West Ham are just playing the ball around there. The defender whacked it through to Fornals, and he still scored. Yeah. Good finish though from Fornals. I think he needs that, mate. Listen, I haven't. That's the one thing with Pablo that does me. Yeah, it does me a hell of a lot. I don't see him do that enough in the Prem for me. I really don't. And Drain Hull says, "Oh yeah," like that. Good save from Areola. FcSB 0, West Ham United 1. Areola's got the ball in his hands, and West Ham could be going in at half time, 1-0 up. West Ham to win both halves tonight. A little bet for everyone. I saw on William Hill as it goes, and I thought I didn't fancy us really, not with the attacking lineup that we put out. It was 7-2 for West Ham to win both halves. So just to win both halves, and yeah, it was a good bet. What do you reckon on this, Lucas?
It was decent. I didn't really get to see any bets before the match, but I didn't really know what any of the odds or lines were for me tonight, just because. Actually, no, the last time I did see any odds was yesterday, and I think we were a little over evens to win by a goal.
Yeah, I know. I think West Ham played okay. It was a good bit of play there. Ball into Flynn Downs again. Flynn Downs. Oh no, it ain't. Oh, Cafal does well there. I thought it looked like Flynn. That did. It was Cafal. Corner. West Ham United.
You know, Fornals might have been a touch offside.
Yeah. He looks offside to me there, mate. He does. He does look offside to me there. I think West Ham might have got away with that one.
Great finish, though. Very good finish. On his left foot, too.
Yeah. Fazan, my best friend is in love with Rice. She always says to me, he's 10 out of 10. Yeah, but he's got a kid now.
She's wrong. She's wrong. He's an 11 out of 10.
He's 100, mate. We've got to keep him. We must keep that man at the club. No. I'll tell you what, I'll do it the black one.
Oh.
Coming up to half.
Still been a bit boring.
I don't know. When I look at the chances that we've had, Flynn Downs had a golden chance. Mbamba.
See, that is exactly what Flynn Downs offers to this team that Souček doesn't. That right there, you cannot teach. You cannot teach that.
He read the ball well on West Ham won a corner. Mbamba is lurking around that box.
See, and I do like strikers like Mubama. Like he pacey, strong, and he seems for his age right now. He reminds me of Antonio,
mate. Hey, he reminds me of a young Antonio, mate. Like
he seems a bit more instinctual, though.
Yeah. Anyone who remembers Antonio will like Guerd. It's cleared off the line. No, for Guerd, mate. How has he not scored a goal today? I really do.
Mazzini touch?
No idea, mate.
Oh.
No idea, mate. No idea at all.
Decent chance there.
West Ham should be comfortable in this game, but it is only 1-0. FcSB look like they're going to settle for that at half time. Close effort this was, Lucas.
Oh, almost a goal, too. Wow.
Oh my God. The whole ball was nearly over the line. That is unreal. That should be 2-0 for Nathan Aguerd.
I think just
I,
a hair.
I think that's like millimeters.
Oh, what a ball.
Millimeters.
Oh my goodness. Now that was an incredible ball. Wow. Outside the boot.
Cool, dear. And they have a great chance towards the back end of the game, which the ball in. I'm obviously a few seconds behind you, but what minute are you on, Lucas?
I am on the 50th second.
Right, so I'm about 6 seconds behind you. Smith Rowe wants to join another London club, I've heard on a report. Who could that be then? Why would Smith Rowe want to leave Arsenal?
So much for that chant.
Mm.
So much for that Saka and Emil Smith Rowe chant.
I know, mate. Maybe he's not required at Arsenal. And that is it. Half time. West Ham are leading 1-0, rightfully so, in my opinion. They have dominated this game attack-wise, and Aguerd is so unlucky there. So unlucky there, mate. Right. Oh, dear. Millimetres before. But it is FcSB 0, West Ham United 1. Lucas, talk to me before we have our half-time interval. What you saying?
I don't know. For the lineup we have out, again, it almost seems just a bit. Our passing is very solid tonight. I think we're very fluid. It's just we're not clinical again, which is very frustrating. We could easily be at bare minimum 2-0 up at halftime right now, but we look fluid. I like the way we're moving the ball. Ollie Scarles, in my opinion, looks absolutely fantastic so far for a 16-year-old in his debut. Mubama.
Is he 16, is he?
Yeah. He turns 17 next month, I think.
Unreal, mate. Unreal. I didn't know he was 16. I thought he was about 18, 19.
Mubama, he looks lively. Looks pretty instinctual, but still very raw. And there's a few moments where his touch massively lets him down, but I like his style of play. He likes to use his pace, his
you know what, though,
strength,
mate?
and he's got long legs that he just likes to poke his foot in.
I'll be honest. I think he's not too bad, mate. I don't think he's done that bad in this game. Like, I tell you what, I will go back to when Amipo or Rebecchio. Yeah, I look at him in games before. He didn't get involved as much. Mbamba's been involved in pretty much everything West Ham's done good. He should have scored. He's unlucky not to score. But I'll be honest with you, I've been quite surprised with him, mate. I really have. It's the first time I've really sort of had a proper look at him to say, like, you can't really judge the man in friendly games, but you can judge him in these sort of games because they are competitive. I think he looks decent, mate. I really do. Really, really do. Skulls. The older players such as Johnson and Lanzini are slack and make more errors than the young lads. Yeah, definitely Finn Down's man of the match so far. Lucas, who's your man of the match so far?
Oh, it's tough. That's a tough one.
I think Flynn's been good.
It's between Flynn Downs and Fornals for me.
Yeah.
You could maybe even throw Ollie Scarles in there. He's been very good as well.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to just give it to Fornals. I think Fornals so far, he did score the goal. Very good finish. Great run. Even if he may have looked just a pinch offside. But Fornals, his passing has been very solid tonight. He scored. But Flynn Downs is right there. Flynn Downs. When I look at some of these players, when I look at Flynn Downs, Aguerd, they just look too good for this competition. They just look too good.
Aguerd does look good, mate. I've got to be honest. Every time I see Aguerd, I just,
And I'm not saying Coventry is too good for this competition, but even Coventry, he's just having a stroll about, like, not in a bad way. This is just a piss take for him. And I really do think that when I watch Coventry play, like, it's so easy for him. He reads the game well. It barely looks like he puts in any effort because his IQ is so good. He just already knows what he's doing with his next step. It's the same with Downs. Like they're just very smart, very instinctual. They know exactly what they're going to do next when they get the ball or even before they get the ball. And it's just easy for them.
I'm going to say, for me, I will give it to Fornells. So I think Fornells has been very good. I think every cross he's put in, he's been pinpoint. He put a great ball in for Mbamba. I'll be honest. I think another ball. No, it wasn't Mbamba. It was Flynn Downs. The ball in for Flynn Downs is another chance. So Flynn should be putting that in the back of the net. But I think if Flynn scores tonight, then it goes to Flynn. But at the minute, it's Fornells for me all day long. I really do mean that. I want to get to this comment quickly, yeah? James, I haven't got anybody on my shirt. Who should be on my back? Lucas, for 1,000, what name should he put on the back of his shirt?
I don't know. It depends. For me, I would need to know how old the gentleman is, how young he is. See, for me, as a 27-year-old, I don't usually really like getting kits of players that are younger than me unless they're an absolute different gravy, like Rice, for example.
Yeah.
Rice, different gravy, that he's generational, have to get his kit. I usually like to stick with players that are a bit more like either a household name, but depending on, I'm going to go off my age. If I was under the age of 27, I'll give you 3. Rice, easy. Only 14. Oh, 14. That's too easy. You could literally go with anyone. If I had to pick, Declan, I'll give you 3, and I'll put them from best to the third option. I go Rice at 1. That's just the easiest. I would throw. Depends on how much you're 14. You couldn't have appreciated. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. Okay, here's my 3. With that, I'm done. I'm done rambling on.
Cool.
Rice, Paqueta, and then Skamaka's got to be in there.
For me, if it was me and I was his age, Flynn Downs would be the man. I think Flynn will be at West Ham. He's a West Ham boy.
Great shout as well.
I think for me, I think he's the upgrade after Declan. I think when Declan goes, if Declan does go, right, we all hope he don't. But if Declan does go, I think Flynn Downs will be at West Ham for the rest of his career. I think he'll be another Mark Noble. I like Flynn. I really do. I've only seen this season of him, but everything I see of him, he reminds me of a typical West Ham man, really. He fights for the badge, he gets stuck in, he don't mind taking the book in. He's committed. He's very, very committed, Flynn. And I just think he's here now and he ain't going nowhere, mate. So I think his dream has always been to play for West Ham, the team he loves. I don't think Flynn gets any worse than he is. And I can only see him getting better. So for me, it's a no-brainer for me. It has to be Flynn Downs. You could say Paqueta. You could say Skamaka. You could say even Kera, because Kera's going to be here for a long time. But for me, Flynn Downs is the man. I think he relates to every West Ham fan. And he plays for the shirt, mate, at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to get Rice. I'm buying myself another shirt so I can get Downs or Paqueta on that one. I won't get the Rice, mate, because I do feel I might be wrong, and I hope I am wrong. I do think Rice might go at the end of the season. I really do. And he says, "Oh, James, I have news." What's your news, mate? Let us know. According to the Athletics, Skamaka is upset with the negative tactics. Well, that is not good. What do you make of that, Lucas, if that's true? Tactics-wise.
I think, again, like I said earlier, once we get to the World Cup break and Moyes sees some of our important players playing in the same in the setups of their national teams, I think Moyes will brighten up a little bit to some. I won't say new tactics, but like new ways to get these players involved, in my opinion. Because like I said, I think it's just painfully obvious, in my opinion, that yes, we haven't had the best start to the season, but two of our new signings who are behind Rice and Agard. I mean, you can even put Agard in there as well. Two of our best players behind Rice have barely played this season, and they're still getting accustomed to the league, Moyes' tactics, the players around him. If you get them, if we get to a decent spot in the table before the World Cup, and then they play the World Cup, they do what they do, and then they come back hopefully on form, I think Moyes will feel a bit more comfortable maybe playing some certain players and maybe giving them a bit more freedom to express themselves, or even Moyes evolve his tactics a little bit.
I don't know, mate. I just think with Moyes has got to sort himself out, because Scamacca, I see what people are saying in the chat, and people are a bit up and down with Scamacca, yeah? Now, for me, when I look at the stat that Moyes they put out the other day about Moyes against top 6 sides, and he hasn't beaten a top 6 side at their own ground. And don't forget, this man was manager of Manchester United at one stage, who had very, very good players, and he still lost at Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, etc. It's not good for me. Like, I look at Moyes, I like what Moyes has done, yeah. But for me, I don't see how Moyes takes us to another level. I really don't. I look at him and I think, will this man get us top 6? Maybe at a push if we're lucky and other teams fold. But can he do it consistently? I don't think he can, mate. If I'm being honest, and like the man
so far, I get that.
The man I would go and get for me would be the Sporting Lisbon manager. Sporting Lisbon manager is a very, very good manager, trust me. And I think he's just got minimal resources there. And I think if you bring him to the Prem, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I think he'll do a good job.
I don't know. I just think the whole top 6 thing, yes, it is a bit alarming. But if we're just going based off this season, I just feel like, okay, against Chelsea, I know we lost, but we shouldn't have. That should have been a point. But obviously, it didn't happen. Liverpool, I do firmly believe deep in my heart, if Paqueta plays against Liverpool and the game unfolds the same way, I do think a point is there to be had. And same with Manchester United. If Paqueta plays, I think we 1,000% get a point.
The way I look at that is, Lucas, I'm going to play devil's advocate. Because they're not playing, we can't keep making excuses. Oh, if they was playing, that makes sense. Like, West Ham have to be performing with the team that they've got. And I look at last season.
But the thing is, we don't have players to compare Paqueta to. Like, Paqueta is so almost world class, and then when you go down our depth, there's no one else that's close to world class. So like, I can't really expect the same output from Benrahma, Fornals, Lanzini than Paqueta.
But even listen, I don't not disagree with you on that, and I will say that. But there is an issue with the existing players at the club. People like, and I'm going to say Saeed, because Saeed hasn't been the same player as he was last season. People say he's been our best attacker. I would agree to a point, but he hasn't been as productive as he was last season. That's coming from me. Jared Bowen's another one who's majorly dropped off. Thomas Soucek's another one. So that's 3 players I've named who's the core of our team, sort of thing. Even Pablo Fornals to a point. And I'm going to mention him. Like, he's not the same player that he once were. So I understand it with the Paqueta thing, but I do look at it and think, if you're going to play negative tactics, how are we going to win games? Like, for instance, this season, I looked at a stat. West Ham in the first half don't have shots on target, which is a major concern to me. Like, Southampton, Chelsea, Villa, Man United. There's another team and all in there. I think it was Brighton. It's about 5 or 6 games where West Ham haven't had a shot on target, which is, when I look at that, I think to myself, we're supposed to be better than we was last season, but if anything, we're worse.
I've always took the stance that I think it's a 50-50 situation, in my opinion, where it's not good enough for Moyes, but it's also not good enough from the players. Like, the shots on target, in my opinion, goes both ways. I think there's been plenty of matches where Moyes has set us up decently, and the players have failed him. And then I think there's plenty of times where Moyes has set up terribly, and the players have really done all that they could. Like Liverpool, for example, really the only change I would have really made, let's be realistic. Let's not try to be armchair managers here. Like we all know Souček wasn't being dropped. We all know that. The only other realistic change he could have made was Fornals for Downs, who Fornals is obviously more of a number 10 than Flynn Downs is, but Flynn Downs has just kept showing how good he is. So that's whatever. And then same with United. Again, you're not dropping Souček as much as we all want to drop him for Downs. Really, the only other thing he could have done was played Fornals in there. And I mean, Manchester United, for me, should have been a point. And I thought we played pretty decent. Again, I thought that was as close to a 7 out of 10 as we played all season. But again, not good enough. And then Liverpool, again, not that impressive to me, but they did have some decent chances on goal. They just were not quality at all, but they just ended up scoring. And then obviously there's other matches we could talk about, but I don't know. I've just always been a 50-50 guy when it comes to the whole Moyes thing, because Moyes, at the end of the day, he can't put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I understand that. I do understand that. So I'll get to a few comments. Fazan said I'm negative, but he wants to get Pochettino in. Not for me, really, mate. I think he's been and gone. He also says that his favourite player is Victor's Jr., which I won't mind at West Ham. Vinny says Pochettino might think he's doing us a favour. I prefer Eddie Howe. I think what Eddie Howe is doing at Newcastle speaks volumes. West Ham have got a better squad, in my opinion, than Newcastle, but Newcastle are playing better football at the minute, much better football than us, and that's the difference. Like this season, I've not seen West Ham play well in 75% of a game.
That's true.
Even against,
but again, Newcastle,
Wolves.
they retained almost the same exact team they had last season, bar one or two players. And I don't know. I really think
anyone who's turning Joe Linton into a player, mate, you got to give him credit.
That's very true. But,
do you know what I'm saying? They turned him into a midfielder.
Yeah, there's just the continuity in Newcastle is good. Pretty much the same team as last season, besides Gamarish, obviously, who I think is an absolute baller. I think he's so underrated.
Yeah.
And the fact they're doing it without St. Maximin too is a bit scary, because once he comes back, you would think they would move onward and a bit better. But again, we've seen it before the winter break, the winter international break. There's teams that start off extremely hot and then they fall off a cliff. So me personally, I'm not going to worry until about late January, February. And then if things aren't going well, then I'll probably be hitting some sort of panic button or something. I just think some of our more important players need just a bit more time.
Wish Thunder well. He's got a trial. He could be the next player at West Ham. So wish Thunder well at Thunder. 1,000. Well, I'm calling him Thunder for some reason. I've got Thunder and Joy on my brain. West Ham have kicked off second half, 46 minute. Not a lot has happened. That's why I've not really mentioned it. When does Moyes think we should go for Franks? Thomas Franks I do like. But listen, I want Moyes to do well at West Ham. I won't lie. I want him to do well. But I do think the next two games decide where we're heading this season. Like, if we don't pick up maximum points in the next two, then it ain't a European. We're not competing for Europe.
Another big thing for me as well is that if we are going to get rid of Moyes, I want us to actually try and go out and get someone that will make us better. I don't want like for example, I like Thomas Frank a lot. I think he's a great manager, but he has the same philosophy as Moyes. People want to go get Tuchel. Same philosophy. He might be more negative than Moyes, Thomas Tuchel. Pochettino, he's a bit more attack minded, but he wouldn't come to West Ham in my opinion. And then just there's in my opinion, there's not a lot of options out there if we sack Moyes that are either going to cater to the style of play we want to see. Like when we got Pellegrini in, we were all very excited for Pellegrini coming because we knew we were going to play some attacking football. Look how that turned out. And then with Moyes gives us, at bare minimum, at least some sort of stability and foundation. Just
Ron,
there's just no.
I do like talking to cartoons, but this cartoon is a real life person. Just want to let you know that.
There's there's no options out there right now, in my opinion, that would improve on where we're at as a club. Yeah. But if there is, but they're unrealistic, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I am.
So that's why this whole Moyes in, Moyes out thing is just a bit weird.
I can understand it though. I will say that. Like, if it was saying, I can understand it when people are looking at it and thinking, this should be West Ham progressing, and we're going slightly backwards. So I can get why people are saying, well, Moyes is very stubborn in what he does, very, very negative. It's like, and if this was Sam Allardyce, for instance, or Pellegrini playing this way, people would want him thrown out of the ground immediately. It's because Moyes has got money in the bank, which is fair enough, but you can only have so much money in the bank before you run out of money at the end of the day.
No, that I totally agree with, because I am when it comes to Moyes, I am a credit in the bank type guy, because I mean, I do think it is a bit, I don't know, like I totally understand that if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards in the Premier League, football in general. But David Moyes has delivered us back-to-back European campaigns that we have never seen in our club's history. And after one, and I know he just spent all the money he did, but back-to-back European seasons, first time in our club's history. We just went to a semifinal.
No subs at the minute.
And God knows how long. I just feel it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit unloyal in my opinion to bin him off before the season ends.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But again, it's hard to defend sometimes. So when people do get on his back, I can't really full-heartedly defend him, because obviously he does do things that I don't agree with and I think are a bit dinosaur-esque. But again, like what he's done has brought us two of our best seasons ever. And I think he deserves at least till the end of the season to turn things around. Especially this season. Like if we win the conference and we finish, let's say, like 9th, 8th.
Here's a good point, because sorry to butt in. This is from Drano, yeah? And Drano's got a major point here. How is it we are watching a lot of the youth team, one touch passing and moving forward? Our first team can't manage it. That is true. That is true. How many times do I see sideways and back FC at West Ham, which is not good at the end of the day? I'm seeing it tonight. Every time Scales, what his name is, gets on the ball, it's forward, downs, forward. So even Connor tonight, Connor Coventry, I think he's been pretty decent tonight. Forward passing again.
And to answer that question, you got to look at some of the key pieces and players in our team, like Souček doesn't do that. He's in the middle of the park, the most important position on the pitch most of the time. Aaron Cresswell is a repeat offender of too many touches. Especially when we get into the attacking third and he needs to put a cross in first time. Never does it.
He hasn't got the pace to get to the byline. That's the problem. It's the 52nd minute. It is still 1-0 to us. We are doing all right. Thousand says, James, the other week was at the game, got to see Johnson. Good man, mate. Good man.
What a ball. Go.
Good ball.
Get that down.
And Bamba is running in. Come on, Bamba. Do something with it, son.
That's the wrong pass.
Bit wasteful there, but yeah, he's young. We're giving him benefit of the doubt tonight.
That's what I would say to Drano.
The answer
And
is based.
you got to look at their age. Suchek,
Yeah.
he's about 28. Cresswell's older. They didn't really come up on. Well, and you got to think of where they've come from too. I don't think they're in tune with the new style of play. Like one touch passing is the standard now. That is the standard.
I know, but when I look at Declan Rice, right, and I use Deck as an example, Deck's way above all of our other midfielders, way above, yeah. But even, and I ain't going to go in on Souček, but for me, Souček is like, he doesn't do that enough. Teams have targeted Thomas Souček in games. Like I'm watching the game and I'm thinking, right, they're pinpointing Souček because they know they can't get near Declan. Because what it is with Declan can get the ball, and if he's in trouble, he can break out. Like he does them runs where he just kicks the ball forward and just uses his pace to get past people and just drive. Souček doesn't do that enough for me.
That's the thing, but that's why we cry so much.
Yeah.
For Flynn Downs to play, because people understand that even though it may not seem like the biggest thing, one touch passing and being able to get a pass off or get around someone in one touch, supposed to 2 or 3, is such a huge deal. That's it is so important, and that's why with the cries with Thomas Souček, it's not because we hate the guy. I don't think Thomas Souček is the worst footballer of all time. Great ball.
Scars on the ball.
Put it in, son.
Oh,
what a ball.
That's an absolute unreal ball, that is. That young kid, mate, 16 years old, people. Remember his name. Lucas said to me at the start of this stream. He said to me at the start of this stream.
Remember the name. What a ball.
It's a great ball. I don't see that enough at West Ham.
Right. See again, that's what I'm talking about with some of these players that Drano said. These players, like Fornals, Benrahma, Downs, Rice, Scamacca, Paqueta, they have grown up and learned this. Thomas Souček, 1,000% is not him. Sufal, Cresswell maybe because he's a bit older, but I'm sure he has. Just the essence of one-touch passing is so important nowadays.
I love that with Finn. Finn just gets the ball, carries the ball forward. And Bamba! Oh, baby! And Bamba, baby. Remember his name.
Yeah. Oh, he even threw up. Oh, my God. What a man. What a man. What a man.
Superb, mate. Superb and Bamba. Absolute superb.
You love to see it.
I'm glad he scored tonight because he deserved a goal tonight.
Him. He's throwing up the irons. Oh, my God. We have a love affair going on.
Oh, mate. I think we might have just uncovered a gem, mate. That's all I'm saying on that. I'm not going to get too giddy, but it is a great finish. It is a good finish from him. Look, Flynn Downs, again, driving with the ball, taking people on, passing it from to the left-hand side. What a good header. What a good header, mate. Take a bow. Mbamba, mate. Mbamba. Bang. Oh, he's got lucky. I'm not going to lie. He's headed the ball back. He took a deflection. But he will take that, mate. And that is 2-0. That is 2-0 to the boys.
He'll never forget it. He'll never forget it.
Great finish, mate. Absolute great finish.
Good ball as well. Who played that ball? Oh, my gosh. Mubama just throwing up the irons. Oh, that's what it's all about. That is what it's all about.
2-0. Mbamba. What a man. What a man. 2-0. Let's just change that. Absolute superb, mate. Absolute superb. James, I was at the Cambridgeshire derby. It was mad. Come on, posh. I predicted it right. My family are posh, but I'm an amateur. Good man, good man. Kafal crossed it. And West Ham are comfortable at 2-0 up. James, it's mum at the end and bam. I'll call him Mbamba. You know what I mean?
The way you're saying it does have a bit more flair. I do like it. So I don't hate it.
It's the East London version. It's pretty that way. Bamba. That way. But I'll tell you what, mate.
Bamba just has a great ring to it.
I'm going to be honest. I think he's done pretty damn well tonight. He's led the line well. He's making runs in behind.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a goal. I wouldn't say he's been man the match performance tonight, but I'll tell you what, even Richard said, the movement off the ball, the kids do it. Like, every time, like, I'd be interested. I might even do a player rating tonight because I've been thoroughly impressed with some of the youngsters tonight. I'll be honest with you. Flynn Downs, great ball inside.
Oh,
Lanzini.
Oh, keep going.
Lanzini.
Look for Skulls.
Oh, it's a good ball. Can he get it? Go on. Oh my God, mate.
Skulls on
That
the
is
ball.
unlucky.
Oh.
I'm not too sure who that was who had that shot. I think it was Kufau, I think it might be Kufau. I'm not too sure who that was there. Bamba sounds like a bit of Obama. He should. Oh dear.
A Vladimir Sufal goal would be a nice little ice.
Wally, you're supposed to hate Czech players on this channel. Well, I don't hate Czech players. Epic. Do you know what I mean? Let's be honest. Flynn Downs brings a player down, foul. 2-0 up to the boys.
Honestly, Flynn Downs has been.
Who was that?
Tonight.
That was Kufel with a chance there.
Gosh. That was a good shot, too. It's decent.
Good goal. Good play there, I must admit.
But again, like I was saying with Mubama, like,
yeah,
he's a bit rough around the edges, and obviously the touch will come when you're playing a bit better competition. You get older, obviously, but for his age right now, for as big as he is, fast as he is, strong as he is, he seems more instinctual than the average striker at his age, and that to me, a smart player is always a better player, or is the better player.
Thousand says, James, you need friends. Well, I do have friends. Not many, but I've got a few. You spend all your time being a hammer. I love it. Well, thank you very much, mate. I really do appreciate it. No, listen. Let me ask you this, Lucas. This is the question for you. The question for everyone in the chat also, right? You've got a last spot on the bench on Sunday. Would you put Mbamba in there as like a striker option?
I mean,
because
I'm
I don't
always a why not guy.
Yeah, but way I look at it is, why would you have two goalkeepers on the epoxy bench all the time when you've got a young lad there? Who, I'll be honest with you, I've been quite impressed with him, mate. Really have. Vinny says I will put him on Mbamba on the bench.
He should be on a brace,
mate. If he carries on going the way he's going, he could get an hat-trick by the end of the night. But he's done well tonight. He's led the line well.
I want Moyes to bring on the boys now.
Do you know what I do like? Is that he's always on the move, this kid. Yeah, don't get me wrong. He is raw and he's got to learn. And I think a lone move would do him
good.
But
he doesn't stop making runs.
Don't stop making runs. Another thing with him, he doesn't get frustrated by the looks of it either. I've not seen him once get frustrated, throw his hands up in the air, or sulk. He's just getting on with it. He's always on the move all the time. So I've got to be honest. I would play him. Antonio, for so little these days, and Bamba could do what Antonio does.
Played Skulls. Now go, son. Yes.
Landing on the ball.
Oh, Downs. Keep going. Yes. Oh.
What minute are you on, Lucas?
61-18.
Oh, yes, you're just behind me. FcSB are coming forward. They've got a chance. They've just put it wide.
Wow.
Great effort.
That should probably be a goal there.
Should be a goal. Or it should at least be testing Areola. First time all night that Aguero's been caught out of position. And who was that? Connor Coventry done very, very well there to get across and sort of make it awkward for him. Do you know what I'm saying? Not for me. I don't think he's anywhere near ready. Yeah, but I would put him on the bench, though, usual suspect. Would you rather have Randolph on the bench? Like, I'm not saying use him, but yeah, if there's one empty place on the bench, Moyes is going to put another goalkeeper there. I agree with Epic, mate, 100%. It's like, I've never known a club to have two goalkeepers, but God knows what he's going to do now when Fabianski's out, because he might have 3. Goal kick. He does look good, though. I will say that. I think a lone move would do him well.
A great bit of play.
Like,
Oh.
but then saying that, he does look. He looks solid, doesn't he, though, Lucas and Bamba?
Yeah. No, I mean, I never doubted our academy. It's just when we decide to play them. Like, I'm not like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Mubama is near ready, but like, even like Ollie Scarles, like when you see these type of players the way they're playing, I do think they deserve a shot sooner rather than later, because look at Ashby. Ashby is far overdue a shot, in my opinion.
And he's coming on now, Ashby. I didn't like. I was just watching that as you were speaking. Ashby, I don't know what's happened to Ashby. I don't think Ashby's going to be at the club come January. I think he's going to be leaving, which is a shame, really, because I do like Ashby. He didn't look interested, if I'm being honest. We're waiting. There's currently an injury. FcSB player is down.
Oh, that was Sufal with the cross. What a ball.
Yeah, I must admit. And Bamba, 72.
I cannot believe he threw up.
I'm seeing the replay now. Flynn plays the ball to the right. Kafal puts a good ball in, I must admit, and Bamba's there, mate, and he loves every minute of that. And do you know what? He deserves a goal tonight. I will say that, because I think he's done pretty well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no one's played a bad game.
And he's given it the hammer signs and everything, mate. I just like that is what you like to see.
Be romantic about the kid already.
4-0 scores. I hope they haven't spoilt it for us, but they probably have.
Race for Pablo.
I will, because obviously my stream is a bit slower, so I will get into the moment. Good ball in from Pablo outside the box. Bang, finish, yeah. Lovely goal from Pablo Fornells. 3-0 to the West Ham. And Pablo, simple finish, really. Ball comes in, pushed out to the sort of the penalty spot area, and Pablo puts it away. And I've got to keep changing this bloody banner. You know what I mean? I'm going to run out of digits as we do that. He's done well tonight, Lucas.
Yeah, been very involved. Hasn't done a lot wrong. Same with all of our other players. Not a lot wrong tonight. I don't think anyone's played a 6 out of 10. Nah, maybe a few. Maybe 1 or 2, but everyone else been very solid tonight. Very solid.
I'll tell you what, the young 16
Freddie Potts is coming on. Appia Forson and Ashby as well for Downs.
Forson's a good player, mate.
And Sufal.
Forson's like a mini Kante, mate. Mini Kante. I'm finally enjoying the game. Some attacking, joyful football. I agree with Vinny there. Forson, here's the boy. So Pablo Fornells is off. Flynn Downs is off. And Vladimir Kufal is off. Harrison Ashby is on. Freddie Potts is on. And Forson is on, mate. Watch out for Forson. Good player. Yes. Very good player. Mini Kante. Gets everywhere, breaks everything up. Good hour from them boys. All 3 of them. Absolute top draw. And we kick off again.
I would have liked to see him a bit earlier, but now, nope. Good 25 minutes, pressure free, can play freely.
Yeah. Good effort there from FcSB. Good save from Areola, mate. Areola's been good tonight, I must admit. I want to see him in the first team, though. I know Fabianski might be out, but I think this is time for Areola to make his claim there, the first team. And we'll see what happens.
It's just, we all know it's just a bit annoying with Fabianski because we all love Lucas.
FcSB got a chance. Good bit of defending there from Ben Johnson. Saves the day. Keeps the clean sheet intact.
We all love Fabianski, but it always seems when the torch is about to be passed, he just always pulls out an amazing string of matches. Connor
Drano
Coventry.
says here, I just spoke to my uncle, who's a season ticket holder, and he said that this is the best performance he's seen us play for a while.
Oh, you're gonna love a bit of this.
I've not seen anything yet, but Scales. That's a lovely bit of turn and play. Who's that from Connor Coventry? Forson's a good player. You know what I mean? Harrison Ashby, ball inside. And Bamba! Oh, mate. He's unlucky. He's unlucky
Ashby,
there.
First touch, he already creates a chance.
Yeah. Harrison Ashby, mate. I can't stress enough how many times I've said to people about Ashby.
It's a type of chance. That's a chance created in my book.
Yeah.
If we're talking about XG.
Yeah.
Again, I really hope Ashby doesn't leave because he just, when you watch him play, obviously there's still stuff to work on, but like just the way he passes the ball, the way he plays the ball down the line, you know he's got it.
He has got it, mate. He has got it.
Opportunity.
I've seen Ashby live a few times, right? And not recently, but over the last sort of 2 years, I've seen him live. And I'll be honest with you, he's a level above a lot of players that we have in the under 23s. I just think he's a very, very good player, mate, and West Ham need to get him in the team. Like, when I do look at Kofal, I think
Oh my God.
Well, my stream's bare behind, mate. So I mean, I was seeing he's passing.
God. That was almost.
I'm seeing Brazilian football at the minute. What's going on? We're playing like, oh my God, Angelo Abona is like in on goal, and he's just an unreal chance. Mate, if Angelo Abona scores goals, mate, even he's laughing. He's like, what am I doing here?
If he scored that after 1-2ing all the way up the pitch, that has to go down as one of my favorite goals of all time.
That would have been one of the best goals Obona's ever scored in his career, mate. Ever. Absolute good save from the goalkeeper there. If he goes far post, it's a goal. Lanzini corner. We're seeing like Brazil at the minute. I must admit.
If we were doing a ratings, Lanzini might be the only player I'd give a 6, but he's looking a bit more lively now. Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame, mate. It is, but you know. Oh, red card from Muzama. Or not red card, sorry, yellow card. Jesus. Sorry. We don't be giving red cards out. What time are you on, Lucas? Because my time seems to be delayed for some reason. Or he's a bad tackle. Cool, Bennett. Probably like 15 seconds. I sent you the link. I've got a link. Right, I'm on 70-26. What are you on? Yeah, I'm about to be on like 70-50. Oh, so you're a few minutes ahead of me. So you just lead then. And I'll be watching him behind. But we're 3-0 up, people. That's what matters. I'm buzzing my tits off at this performance. I agree, mate. I think they've done well tonight. No, see, and this can only... I know it's a meaningless match, but with all those players that didn't travel back home watching, it's good to see. It's a good feeling seeing all the youngsters and then some of your other fringe first-team players playing very well, and that can only lift the spirits a bit. And I think... I'm going to be honest, Lucas. Oh, James, you're going to see a shot in a second, this Bucharest supporter. Absolutely so sad. That's all right, mate. Let's have a look. Why did they do that? But I'll be honest with you, right? When I see us play against look at him. It's like that now. When I see us play last season against Zagreb at home, for me, we just didn't look right. But tonight, I've got to be honest with you, the players that have played, the young 16-year-old lad, whose name I keep butchering, he's next level, mate. He's been excellent. Play from the boys. Oh, offside on Scarles. But, you know, another thing that I've noticed, and you'll probably agree with me as well as soon as I say this, these young players, even Mubama, when they get the ball, they get it and they turn and face. They don't play it backwards immediately. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, mate. I really do agree there. And they look hungry, mate. They look hungry. There's a booking for someone. I don't know who that is. For Scarles. Very petty
else,
yellow card by the referee, in my opinion.
Skulls is booked.
Oh goodness!
I think he's had a good for a 16-year-old lad travelling all the way to Romania, first team debut.
And
I think
he just misplaced his first pass of the night. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's petty booking, but FcSB on the ball, and that is an absolute woeful pass that has gone out and nearly hit a ball boy. So, yeah.
And for anyone that didn't know, I think we are now going to become the first side in European competition history to win 6 straight group stage matches.
Yeah.
Perfect 6 out of 6. Gotta love it.
I tell you what it is. It's the Jackal and Hyde in West Ham that pisses me off. Because I
Mhm.
do look at us in Europe, Lucas, and I'll be honest with you. I think this year, we've been okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna say we've been great. Like with some of the results, we've sort of scraped over the line. Really, if I'm being truthfully honest. Like Silk and Ball the other week, we didn't play well,
beautiful.
but we got the job done.
Beautiful
Let me have a
recovery.
look. Let me have a look at Nath, because he's next level, mate. Next level man. Ball comes down the side. Look at his pace there, mate. Look at his. I tell you what, Naya Faguerd, mate, when he's fit and he's raring to go and he's back in action in the first team, Premier League, you're going to see a top end player, mate. His recovery pace is just.
That's why I keep banging on about like when some of these players get integrated, because when I'm telling you, when we get back from a World Cup break, when we have a Gerd, who I really don't think a Gerd's going to need like settling in. He looks ready now, and I don't think he needs to get bedded. Oh, that was a decent first time ball from Freddie Potts. Or Scarles. It was Scarles. Yep, of course it was. He's an absolute mustard. See now they're starting to play a bit of fuck it, why not ball right now.
Yeah, that's what it is. Ball comes in, it's been cleared away.
But once we get back from the World Cup break, and we got a Gerd, Paqueta, Scamacca, Rice. Oh, Skulls! Shot! Oh! Why'd he choose to go there? Oh, Ollie Scarles misses a chance at a debut goal.
I think he's been bloody amazing today. 16 years old, this kid.
Moyes is bringing on more of the youth. You love to absolutely see it. Oh, Ollie. Oh,
that is so unlucky from him, mate.
I don't know which one's a strong foot, to be honest with you.
I think he just see the goal before he'd scored it. But I'll be honest with you, I think he's been excellent.
Ben Johnson coming off for I don't think this is the player I mentioned earlier, or is it? I'm not sure.
Please, everyone, got 27 people watching. Please do smash a like on the video. And if you'd like a player ratings tonight, please give us a thumbs up if you want a player ratings tonight also. So I might do a player ratings. And Bamba's coming off. He's gone.
Swire in for Johnson, and Mubama off for Casey, I think it is. Yep.
Yeah, Swires is on. Don't know much about this kid. I won't lie. I don't know anything about this lad. So I'll be lying. Ben Johnson, I think he's done all right tonight, mate. Great ball for the first goal. Good assist.
Oh, my goodness. The academy players just love playing the ball forward. This is absolutely fantastic to see.
I know. It is nice to see, mate. When West Ham play the ball forward.
The ball falls to Ashby.
Casey is on. I'm quite impressed tonight with the youngsters. Like the mainstayers, it's hard to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, because they haven't really got nothing to sort of impress us over. But yeah,
just they all seem very, very smart. But what I was saying,
no worries.
I'll finish my thought real quick. But after the World Cup break, when we see a Gerd back, again, how I was talking to you before, we need that fourth or fifth like player that's on Paqueta, Rice, and Skamaka's level. I think Agard is on that level. I'm not saying he's world class, obviously, but he's so good. We just need another like-minded player like that. And I think Agard, and I've said it from the jump, you said it as well, he's just going to unlock a whole different like
what it is with
the game.
What
He's
it is
going to be. He's like the Moroccan left-footed John Stones. He's just going to go forward. He's going to break the halfway line. He's going to play balls behind.
He'll be like Van Dijk to us, mate. 100%. Like what it is with Aguerd for me is West Ham can push further up the pitch, and they will drop Aguerd back because they know if a ball comes over the top,
they're going to have the pace to recover.
Yeah, and I can't wait for him to play for West Ham, mate. I've said it for a long time. Anyone who's been watching me for the last 6 months will see the video I've done on him. I said he will be West Ham's best signing. And that's before we signed Paqueta and Scamacca. But I'll say it right now. I think he will be West Ham's best signing because I think he offers you so much in defence. He can play in the back four, back three. He's excellent on the ball, pace, excellent one-on-one defending. He's just a top player, mate. Really is.
And even again with someone like him, he allows us flexibility to play a back four, back three. He's going to make players like Ben Johnson a bit calmer and better because it's just he's that good. He's just going to, oh my goodness. Swire down the wing puts no, not very great, but just when you add another player like a Gerd who you can compare a bit to Rice, Scamacca, and Paqueta on a level, that's only going to help the players around. And
Scott Fenn says, "Oh no, Pablo will start on Sunday."
But like when you think of the numbers, four out of your 11 players being either world class or very close, that's almost half your lineup. And
I know, mate.
The more you add, you can't help but think the players around like Benrahma, Fornals, Cresswell, Soufal, even Souček, they're gonna adapt, which I'm hoping, but we'll have to wait and see. But I cannot wait for Agard to play in the Prem. He is going to West Ham. Even though we are a big club, West Ham always seems to have like that one player where everyone in the Premier League is like, you know what, that guy is decent. Why have I not heard of him? Or why do I not know who he is? And I think Agard is going to be that guy.
He's a good player, mate. He's a good player. Listen, when West Ham got linked with him, West Ham have been linked with him for about last year, if I remember rightly. And Rennes wouldn't let him go in January, and West Ham were looking obviously at Coletta Carr, and then West Ham pulled the deal right at the last minute on Coletta Carr. But I'll be honest with you, I think he's an excellent player, Aguerd, mate. And 2 games I've seen him now, he looked pretty comfortable. Like it's like he's playing like adult football against boys, really. He makes it look so easy. So yeah, ball coming in from the side here. I don't know why I'm so far behind. I was actually level with everyone, but it is what it is. Lucas can lead. The kids are showing up the firsts. They don't make the easy passes.
I'll tell you what. They seem a lot more positive.
Yeah.
Like they get the ball.
Fearless. Fearless is the word I'd use. They're fearless.
They get the ball. They turn and face immediately and then play a pass. They don't play the ball backward first time as soon as they get it, which really gets on my tits personally.
Yeah.
And obviously you can't get the ball and turn face every time because you have to be a bit instinctual. Not every single time you're going to be able to get the ball, turn and face, and there's going to be room in front of you because sometimes that is hard to judge. And I do understand why players do play it back first time touch. But like it just seems with us, we always do it no matter what.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate. Lucas, question for you. Benny is the most skillful flair player at West Ham now. I would say yeah. I've always said that, mate. And I don't think there's anyone else. Maybe Paqueta's up there, though. I will say that.
I think I'd have to put Paqueta first out of respect. And then Benrahma is not far behind.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, though. I think Benny is a skillful player, I must admit. FcSB has had a shot, goes wide, goal kick, West Ham United. James, I got sent off on Sunday for my Saturday League team for a fair shouldering someone. So you got sent off on Sunday for the Saturday League.
Playing football.
Playing football. Don't do it, Thousand. Do they look better than the senior squad? I wouldn't say they look better than the senior squad.
They look more positive for 1,000%.
I agree with Lucas on that. Like 1,000%. Like they look a lot more fearless, braver. Yeah, everything really. FcSB got the ball, passed it back to the goalkeeper.
They're passing the ball forward, 1-2 touches, first time touch, and again, the big thing for me, like I mentioned earlier, they get the ball, they turn and face, and then they operate instead of just playing the ball backwards every single time. And again, that's why when I was like mentioning Paqueta about how much we missed him against like Liverpool and United, like Paqueta for some reason, like when he's on the pitch, he just seems to like lift everyone's play. That's why
I need to see more of
such a huge miss because I don't know what is, and you don't have a lot of players like that. That's like very generational.
I'll
being able to have a player that like
I need to see more of Paqueta. I've seen Paqueta play well, Lucas. Yeah, but I've not seen him run the show in games. Like I've not seen him run a game.
I agree. I'm just saying that for some reason his presence on the pitch and the way he does play, it seems to lift everyone else. And Declan Rice can do that as well, but only to a point where Declan Rice, it kind of takes him to kind of tell everyone, hey, we need to fucking turn it up a notch now. But with Paqueta, as soon as he's on the pitch and he does what he does, it just for some reason just lifts everyone up and it kind of clicks in their head this guy, I don't know how he's at West Ham, I don't know why he's here, but the way he's playing, this is making me want to be a bit more adventurous and play the way he's playing. So that's why someone like him is just so important. And even with a Garrett, I think a Garrett's going to be another natural, I'm not going to say a natural captain or leader, but he's going to be able to almost take control a bit and turn things up a level. And that's one thing that this club and this side have so much potential with. We have so many captain-esque players. But
what it is, though, I agree with you on that. West Ham just controlling the ball now, seeing this out at 3-0. I agree with you to a point, but it's the style of play that irritates me a little bit because sometimes we look like tonight. I know
FCSB in for a corner.
I know FCSB are not the greatest team ever, right? And they're a very, very poor side. But I'm looking at the players tonight, and they're very positive in what they do. I don't see enough positivity from Bowen. I don't really see enough positivity from Scamacca. Really, I like Scamacca. Don't get me wrong. I think Scamacca. I love Scamacca, but I don't see enough of it for me. I do look at
Paqueta, that's the thing.
And that's the problem. We can't have it that we have a top player who's relying on another player to make him perform.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it is a bit of a problem, I'll be honest.
The problem with that is that we just have no one that's close to that. As much as I love Fornals, and I do like Benrahma, just they don't have what Paqueta has. Yeah.
Just need to get him fit, firing, and running games, really.
And it is weird to think about because Fornals and Benrahma do have the quality. They do have the ability to do what Paqueta does. It's just, I don't know why they don't do it. They just have to pass the ball forward.
It appears to you only. What do you mean, Shahal? Skiles? I will get his name right tonight. And Mbamba looked like gems, I must admit, Mbamba's goal. They've classed it as an own goal, Lucas. You know that?
I don't think it should be a goal. Nah. It was on target. It was always going on target. Oh, wow.
So, Lucas, we're coming up to the full-time whistle. This is where the time where I want to get your man the match, mate. So, good shot there from Lanzini. I know I'm behind, but it's a good effort from Manuel Lanzini. And FcSB again away.
The match. My man of the match tonight, this is tough. It's between two guys for me. But it's tough. It's between Flynn Downs and Pablo Fornals for me.
I think Downs has done well tonight. I think Fornals has had an excellent game. I think he scored the goals, don't get me wrong. I think the first goal's offside, and I think the second goal's a good finish from him, which is right. But I think Flynn's been very, very good tonight. Really has. I am worried a little bit.
I think he's just run the show and more. But Fornals scored a brace. He has played some incredible passes tonight. I think I'm going to give it to Pablo Fornals, but Flynn Downs right there. He was absolutely incredible tonight. Again, Fornals, Downs, there was a good amount of players tonight that they are too good for this competition, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I really am.
So for me, Fornals.
I'm going to have to give it to Fornals tonight. I really am. This West Ham online is going to be going mental, I think. But no, I'll have to give it to Fornals tonight. He scored the goal that got us on our way. He's looked pretty decent. The second goal for him is a good finish. But I've got to be honest, Flynn Downs just never fails to not impress me.
You know what we could do? We could if the people do want us to do a player ratings, we could just do it at the end of this. You just switch up the title a little bit. And or do a whole new video. It doesn't matter. It won't be that long anyway. I'll
tell you what, I might actually leave it tonight and do something tomorrow in morning or something. I'll see how we go. FCS. Oh, good save from Areola.
Corner for Bucharest.
I don't know, mate. I don't know at the minute. I'm interested in James. Great stream. Love taking some mick out of you and Lucas, but it's all just banter. No worries, 1,000, mate. You know what I mean? No worries at all.
Good on this side.
We have 3 minutes to go. Right now, FcSB are attacking to try and save a 3-0 defeat. Got to give their fans some credit. Their fans have been singing and cheering, everything. All the way through. Wally, thanks, James and Lucas. Make sure Lucas gets some pie and mash. Thank you very much for your $10 donation, mate. I really do hope you're well.
Cheers. Thank you.
Much love to you, man. Much love to you. Ball goes out for a throw-in. And West Ham. At work tomorrow, James. Can't join if at work. No worries, mate. No worries. I'll see how I feel later. I see what time it is. I don't know what the time is at the minute. What is the time?
Another corner for Bucharest.
I might do. I'll tell you what. I'll do something at 10:15. So anyone who's about 10:15, I'll quickly get off this, grab a drink, let Lucas sort himself out, whatever he's got to do. We'll knock out our player ratings at 10:15 because I've obviously got to add some players to it. So yeah, 10:15 player ratings tonight. So yeah. Lucas, stop being obsessed over Paqueta.
I can't help it. He's so handsome.
He is. He's a good-looking chap, mate. Them Brazilians. You know what I mean? I've got to be honest. I'm looking forward to seeing him at the World Cup. I know with the Brazilian.
I am as well. Team. I don't think we've. We have a good amount of players that are going to be at the World Cup.
Yeah. Drano says I'm on that at 10:15, mate. No worries, mate. I'll do it at 10:15. Knock something out for a half hour. Get it done.
Who we're gonna have? We're gonna have Areola, Aguirre, right?
All I've got to add is all the youngsters. Really, I won't do no subs tonight. I'm just gonna say that I won't do no subs. I'll do the starting 11.
The full-time whistle has gone. We have
and the full-time whistle.
We've shit-housed it 6 for 6. Tell your mother about it. Oh, we're going all the way.
Yeah, it's been an absolute fine performance tonight. I will say that from West Ham, and the managers embrace. And I think that the FcSB managers love us, you know what, done by a better team. I'm going to say this final thought before we wrap this up. For me, I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm impressed with them. I'm impressed with Skulls, all his names. Finn's played brilliant tonight. Fornells has played brilliant tonight. A lot of the lads have done excellent jobs tonight. I will say that. Onwards and upwards, I'm afraid.
And
you know
West Ham are the first club ever to achieve a perfect group. I don't even know what you want to call it. Perfect group record in the
6 out of
Conference
6.
League.
Yeah. Right, that's enough from me and Lucas. I'll see you at 10 for player ratings. West Ham get it done 3-0, and I will see you there. Peace.
Bye-bye.
There it is. I've never found a love like this.